Okay, hello everyone. I just made that last video. It was kind of stupid looking, but I basically just said that I was going to become active again. So I thought for my first actual full impression video that I was going to show on here, I would do my 1968 Way City setup. We're doing, me and a few other guys I know for this public living history coming up, we're doing 226 Marines Hotel Company. So I see a lot of guys out there now posting Way City impressions. It's kind of like I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are doing it, so I thought I would show the setup that I'm running. There are a few things that I want to change, but so far I'm trying to add, incorporate things into it that are slightly different than what other people are doing that you see a lot in original pictures. So I'll start out, right now I just have all of my field gear laid out. I don't have my jungle fatigues out here, but they're just regular third patterns. So I'll start out with my web set. I've got an M36 pistol belt. It was between this or my M56, so I thought I'd run this one. Just because they're kind of common with Marines. I want to get an M61, but it works for now. Ammo pouches, I have two M56 pouches. Now, that's something I see really common in Way City pictures, is that you start to see a lot of a mix of 61 gear and M56. Like, I still have 1910 canteens, a JFAC, whatever. But I'm starting to, add small amounts of M56 in here. I do have two M61 pouches, but I only have two, and they typically weren't worn unless, usually only, if they had like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 pouches on their belt. You can only fit one mag in those, so carrying two isn't really that efficient. But yeah, that's why I feel like you see a lot of pictures of guys with just even one M56 pouch in Way with 2 or 3 bandoliers, but I have 2 on here. 2 M10 canteen covers, plastic canteens. You see some metal canteens still, but I have both plastic canteens today on this setup. Jungle first aid kit. This is a 45 dated World War II surplus one. You see a lot of surplus gear like that, like the M36 belt and this being used still. The 3-cell grenade carrier. These also appear to be really common in Way City. So also I have M41 suspenders. You see a lot of guys with and without these. So I have mine on right now. I might ditch those. I'm not sure yet, because you see a little bit of both. Some guys with them and without them. So I also have 2 M16 bandoliers, 7-pocket bandoliers up there. You usually see guys with at least 2 or 3 of those in Way City pictures. I mean, some guys don't have them, but it's really common. The majority of guys have about 2 or 3 bandoliers on in most pictures. Next, we have my second pattern M55 flak vest. Most guys at this point still had first patterns, but you do start to see some second and third patterns come into pictures and things like that. So this one's 67 dated. I think, yeah, it's 67 or 60. Yeah, 67. But so that's that. It's pretty basic, just a normal M55 flak. Now my pack setup is something different that I'm doing. You see not a lot, but you do see Marines in Way City using plywood pack boards. I don't know anyone else that does this setup, so I thought it would be something unique to show. So really what it is, I just have my M41 pack on top, mounted with the strap, and then I have an ammo can on the bottom for carrying more personal items in, or M60 ammo. It really see a lot of guys carry personal items, and there are accounts of veterans saying that they use those to carry personal items to keep them dry. It could also be used for extra M60 ammo, depending on the circumstances. But down here we have my WeTech Airsoft Gas Blowback M16. This is arguably one of the more accurate airsoft replicas out there. It has a few parts that are interchangeable. Like, I did a lot of work on this. I added a real, that's an original M16A1 handguard. I want to do the same with the stock and the grip. I have not done that yet. These I just painted them so they would be more of a glossy finish like this. There's an original canvas sling on there. It does have a 3-prong flash hider. I want to change that out with a bird cage because it is a 16A1, but it works for now. Yeah, you can see that one of the things I really like about this, the action, it's very similar to that of a real M16. And one of the things I really like about this is the color. It actually is more of an XM gray finish than a flat black like you see with most airsoft replicas. So in theory, it is more accurate. my helmet setup. Just have a normal Mitchell pattern cover. I actually have a surplus World War II leftover liner that I'm using. That's really common to see too, especially with Marines. You know, surplus stuff like that being used. Normal Mitchell cover. Got a little bit of graffiti on the back, not much. My inner tube band. That's pretty much it. And my M17 gas mask is actually the first pattern. Early war, it's a 63 dated one. So that's the correct pattern. It does not have the drinking tube on it. With the bag, these are very common in Way City pictures because they were using CS gas, which is essentially tear gas. That's another thing I want to get. You see a lot of Marines with CS gas grenades on their setups, like especially on their packs and things like that. So that's something I'd like to add to this setup, but minus my jungle fatigues, that's pretty much everything that I would be wearing for this impression. Thinking about adding maybe 2 M60 bandoliers on my pack, but other than that, I think it's pretty much complete. If you have anything you think I should change or add to this, let me know. Thank you for watching.